Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 19th, 2023. This is day 3. I didn't do any recordings yesterday up here in the 3rd Food Forest. So recently I had gone over working around the swale line here, sculpting that area and transplanting several trees, a couple of locust trees, some pawpaws, a couple apples, a service berry here. There's a couple of service berries in here. Yeah, 2 service berries here, a red bud. And then yesterday I came up and I worked more in this area. Transplanted an apple tree there. This is a persimmon. So this was one of the persimmons that got wiped out last year when part of a honey locust tree had snapped off and damaged several trees. We'll be down there later today. This is a cherry tree that had a couple of limbs damaged at the same time. Both of these trees both came from the 1st Food Forest, and I transplanted both of those up here today. Really tough with the taller trees. What ends up happening is since you're taking it out of one food forest area, all of the canopies of the other trees are there, so it's a real pain. So I ended up dropping it. I use bungee cords to hold the trunk of the tree. So I have the root ball in the bucket of the excavator, and then I latch the trunk of the tree to the stick. That's like the ulna and radius, this part of the arm right here. Buckets here, this here, and the boom is the humerus up here, the upper arm. So I hooked this to the stick, or the ulna and radius area, the forearm, and those snapped, and of course the tree fell down in the ground. They had to come out and give me a hand. But I got it up here, but all the tops of the trees get wiped out because they're going in between the other tops of the trees. So trying not to plant trees too close anymore, especially when they're successful. Now this is about as close as I want them to be, but I will be pruning them back as time goes on as well. So I did clean some of this area here yesterday. I've got a lot more work to do. I've got to work my way down over into this area here. I'm moving, you might be able to see some of the soil as I'm scraping. So there's high spots, I'm scraping those down. I'm trying to make it a gentle slope going down into the swale, those things. So I can get this so it's lawn mowable and not such a hassle. I'm stirring up lots of rocks, so they're ending up going down by the beaver pond. But and then yesterday, and I'll show you later, Thea and I transplanted a lot of chestnuts, Chinese chestnuts, and many of the more of the pawpaw trees. So, and I'll show you those areas. This morning, Thea's going to work down in the 1st Food Forest, and many of the bare root pawpaws, she's going to go ahead and put those into the 1st Food Forest, pretty tight in there as well. But we want as many pawpaws near each other as possible for cross-pollination, so we get more fruit out of them. And we'll be putting more pawpaws up here, but also over in the other area that I'll show you a little bit later. So I've got Elon fired up. I'm going to get started. The colors around here, today's going to be a sunny day. It'd be great to get the drone up so you could see all the colors. But yeah, it's not too pretty in this area because there aren't that many trees. But down in the forest, it's absolutely gorgeous. I was down there this morning, but time's crunching, so no drone shots today. Got to get some trees transplanted. So here I go. Okay, it's getting close to dinner time here, and just going to give you a little bit of an update. I've moved more trees, but not as many trees over in here. So I've moved an apple, 2 peach trees here, a persimmons tree there. I got room for a pawpaw there and a pawpaw here. But I've been working right up along the swale line here, transplanting each one of these trees basically. This one, they're all planted up on mounds next to the swale system. And this one I'm not going to try and move, this honey locust here, but the rest of these crab apples I've moved. I've got to prune the exposed roots down here trim off some of the suckers coming up over there. And I have more work to do. It'll probably take me another day just to smooth everything out over in here. And then I can get at least one more row in here of trees. And then a couple of rows of trees right over in there. And I've got another big stump from a tree I've got to get out right down in here. And that should get us in a little bit better shape. Thea worked down in the first food forest and planted several pawpaws down there. I pulled out a persimmons, 2 honey locusts. I took a honey locust from here as well, put them over by pond 8 along the property line. And what else did I get down there? I can't remember what else. And maybe tomorrow we'll do an update and show you the places that we worked yesterday with the chestnuts and the pawpaws. But it's time to get dinner. And things are a bit stressed. You know, you damage the roots on these trees and they get a bit stressed. But if they're going to get stressed at a time of year, this is the time of year. And I'd really like to be able to make my way right down to the driveway down there. But I don't think that's going to happen because we got other things that have got to get done. I also have been taking some of the wood chips and dumping them around the blue spruces here. So I got it from about here right up to the driveway up there. But I still have quite a few more loads to get down in here. So some more work to do. That may not get done this spring. This is where we're at. It's much smoother now. It's going to need a little bit more dress-up work, but there's enough room in between each one of the trees. And so hopefully we'll have at least an 85, maybe 95% success rate, all of these trees coming back. So that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you for your comments and thumbs up, and stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.